as we had talked about with the Cab, some of our Cabernet for the Dreaming Tree Cabernet blend is coming out of here, out of the Alexander Valley. It's also coming out of Mendocino County a little bit, and a little bit out of Napa. So we're trying to hit that whole North Coast region and get those different flavors.
Different flavors from everything.
Yeah.
All the people that we met in Sonoma County understand how important the wine industry is to the North Coast of California, and contributes to the atmosphere, to the feeling, to the overall ability to have great wine made here.
Hi, Steve.
Nice to see you.
The thing about the Alexander Valley and Healdsburg, Sonoma County, is that it is so stunningly rich, beautiful, diverse. It's really inspiring. Anyway, I thought New York was it for me, and I was so happy. And my husband, the New Yorker, was ready to do something different. So we were out here on the 4th of July, just driving down the road, and came upon this old, rundown store. It sparked this entire idea, and we wound up restoring this landmark and making a whole way of life for ourselves.
We thought we'd bring you this because you seem to have an aesthetic thing, that we'd show you a mock-up of the label that we came up with.
It's beautiful.
I drew a couple pictures to contribute my ideas. Yeah, it's been fun. The idea of turning people on to a wine is kind of an exciting idea, and making something that's good.
We're really showing Dave a whole breadth of the wine growing regions. This is home. This is what we were talking about last night.
And once we're here,
Yeah.
we could be in Paris, we could be in Morocco, we could be in any fabulous place, but when our thoughts turn to home, it's the best.
There's an oddity to us up here. It's really quite a mixture of people from different areas.
I really thought it was important to go down and see the river. The river ties directly to the climate of where we grow grapes, and especially the Cabernet.
My name's Richard Dale Chagnon. I've been fishing on the Russian River for 40 years now.
Ready to catch some fish? Sounds great.
All right. If any one of us is going to end up in the river without a fish, that's going to be me.
The river here is kind of like my home. This is my spot for getting a little soulless. It's almost a spiritual thing.
I just hooked Steve. We're partners, right? Oh, look at that. You see that one? I wanted to get on the Bass Channel.
Oh, nice catch.
Fish very much?
Is it obvious that I'm not a fisherman? Oh, see, I was getting all confident. And then I'm trying to look good.
Okay, what I have here is a little bit of smoked fish from a fish I caught a while ago.
Excellent. Wow.
Enjoy. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
That fishing trip was an odd one. But I liked meeting Dale because he gave me a beer. You want a bigger piece of that?
Fishermen are typically beer drinkers. We have the wine at the evening meal.
Yeah, takes a lot of good beer to make great wine.
Yeah, that's it.
This river is so important to so many different aspects of all of the North Coast, especially Sonoma County here.
So the Cabernet is also, really affected by that, how close it is to the river, how close it is to the part of the river that brings in the fog. So you get into the areas on these smaller little river channels is where a lot of the Cabernet ends up. The vineyard was named of a series of landslides and earthquakes that happened millions of years ago that kind of formed the volcanic parent material that makes up the main soil type of the ranch. You tend to get much smaller berries. The plants run out of water sooner because of that real porous, light soil, and it's like a coffee filter. It just drips right out of there and becomes very dry.
This is the kind of fruit that we're looking for the Dreaming Tree project. It's going to be great. The small berries, intense, a lot of jammy characteristics.
We want it classic. We want it to be true, represent Cabernet Sauvignon. We also want it to create those great flavors.
Here we go.
Oh, do it right in there. That's how I like to do it at home. I run out of that one, so I just like to go around the room and get all the glasses of wine everybody been drinking at the end of the night when I'm feeling lonely.
Now, once again, we did bring the two blends that we've been working on, the Dreaming Tree number 1, Cabernet Sauvignon number 1, Dreaming Tree number 2.
Oh, wow. There's a big sort of, I don't know, this big sweet sort of in the bouquet.
I think in making things that there's similarities in the creative process where you have to take a chance, especially, you know, if the result is going to be exposed to people. There's an element of courage that's involved in that.
I really think that it's all about what you think and feel and what takes you back to that home feeling that we've been talking about.
You were saying, you know, if it tastes good to you, then it's good wine.
It's a little tougher here sitting outdoors with the wind blowing and so forth, but you get it swirled, you get your schnoz down in there and take a big old whiff.
I got to practice with getting my schnoz down in there.
Let's see what number 2 is. Number 2 is just a different variation as we put together the blends.
That's really nice, though. It has that tannin that I really like, but it also has this nice fruit flavor, that a little bit of that sort of cherry flavor that stays, you know.
Okay, Dreaming Tree.
That's a good
Cabernet Sauvignon number 2 is
cheers.
the best starting point. Here we go.
What we're doing, I think, is really creative and unique, but Steve's made me comfortable feeling like I have a comrade in the midst of this process.